Famcast Media, bitch.
Well, this is a sad story for me to come back to. Good afternoon, demons and demonesses. Kwame Wahkan here. Sorry I've been away for so long. Over the past couple weeks, I've been, pretty busy. I've had people coming over the house because I've had some renovations that are getting done. As you can see, it's kind of messy in here. Like Han Solo said, sorry about the mess. Basically what I had to do was, I'm having some people putting in some new flooring down, some new tiling. And in order for them to do that, I had to take all of the clothes out of my closet and then move them from one room into this room so they can take the carpeting up and whatnot. I had to take the beds out and everything, so I have my bed all the way over here in the corner, behind the camera and the monitor and everything. And then I have like 6 or 7 bags of clothes over here. But yeah, like I said, until the flooring and whatnot gets done, I just had to basically use my recording space as a walk-in closet. Like I said, sorry about that, and also sorry about the voice. I'm just getting over a sinus infection, so that was fun. Threw the kitchen sink at it, though. But today, the story I want to talk to you guys about is very sad, very disgusting, and will probably make your blood boil. Now, this is a story about a mayor and a pastor living in a small town in Alabama. And, well, I got the news article, so I'm just read it for you. Alabama mayor and pastor dies by suicide after a blog allegedly outed him as a transgender woman. An Alabama community is thunderstruck after the shocking death of a local leader in their involuntary outing as a transgender woman. The Advocate reports that a local conservative news online publication posted pictures of Mayor F.L. Bubba Copeland displaying his secret gender identity. Copeland, who served as the pastor of First Baptist Church in Phenix City, died from an apparent suicide, County Sheriff J. Jones told CBS. I can confirm he took his own life. It is very important to respect everyone's preferred pronouns, because Copeland did not out himself and did not declare he wanted to be referred to as female. We will use the pronouns he/him. 1819 News blog reported Copeland's online activities, which exposed his gender identity. The news website revealed that Copeland used the name Brittany Blair Summerlin on Instagram and Reddit. Allegedly, he posted racy pictures dressed in women's clothing. The news report was devastating to Copeland and contributed to his death. Just my wife knows about it, Copeland told 1819 News blog. According to the New York Post, it's a hobby I do to relieve stress. I have a lot of stress and I'm not medically transitioning. It's just a bit of a character I'm playing. I don't go out and seek solicitation or anything like that. In one of Copeland's online posts, the mayor asked for advice regarding hormone replacement therapy. The news report elicited strong reactions from the community. Some residents supported Copeland while others had strong adverse reactions to his gender identity secret. Now, here's a post that was made by Bubba Copeland back when, I think this was a couple years ago. He met President Trump. This was right after, I think, a tornado or a hurricane had hit his town. And as you can see, he clearly loved being a mayor. He loved doing his job. I'm going to read the post to you. What does it mean to be your mayor? I've been mayor of the city of Smith Station for the last 4 years. Never in a million years did I think my first term as mayor would include dealing with a deadly tornado, global pandemic, and several student suicides. There is no instruction manual for this job. However, I do have my own personal manual, and that is my Bible. God will sustain you through anything as long as you commit your life to Him. Being mayor has been one of the most trying and challenging things I had ever done. However, looking back over the last several years, we have accomplished so much to make Smith Station the best little city to work, live, and play in Alabama. On August 25th, I asked for you to help me keep this moving us forward by casting a vote for me. I'm sticking with Bubba. Now, like I said before, this is a man that clearly loved his job, that clearly loved his community, that clearly cares about, the people that live in it. And, that's often rare for, politicians. Politicians are very corrupt. They usually have a lot of hypocritical and contradicting, opinions and takes on certain things. This guy was legit. This guy was like the real deal. And it's sad that, we lost a good one over here. After the news report came out putting his transgender status, Copeland released a statement. The article is not who or what I am. I apologize for any embarrassment caused by my private and personal life that has become public. This will not cause my life to change. This will not waver my devotion to my family, serving my city, serving my church, Copeland said, according to the Daily Mail. Copeland apologized to his congregation during his last sermon, adding that his wife knew about his secret gender identity and online activities. The pastor was a pillar of his community. He met with former President Donald Trump in 2019, who praised how he handled the devastating tornado that nearly destroyed his town. Copeland shot himself following a slow pursuit by the police after they were summoned to do a welfare check. They spotted Copeland driving his truck on a county road near his small grocery store. The police pulled Copeland over to ensure he was not thinking of harming himself after several people called for a wellness check. He exited his truck and fatally shot himself. The details surrounding Copeland's death highlight the reality of social pressure and online judgment when someone considers coming out as transgender. The fallout can be more severe for those in conservative or religious communities. If you are having thoughts of suicide or are concerned that someone you know may be, resources are available to help. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, 988, is for people of all ages and identities. Trans Lifeline, designed for transgender or gender non-conforming people, can be reached at 877-565-8860. The Lifeline also provides resources to help with other crises, such as domestic violence situations. The Trevor Project Lifeline for LGBTQ+ youth, ages 24 and younger, can be reached at 866-488-7386. Users can also access chat services at thetrevorproject.org/help or text START to 678678. Now, like I said, this is a very, very sad story. I mean, this man literally spent his career, serving the community, doing what a mayor should do. And what happened? His own party, his own political party, stabbed him in the back. Now, from what I was able to, gather from Bubba Copeland's record, Bubba Copeland does not have, a history of, being transphobic, doesn't have a history of, banning drag shows or book bans or, promoting any of that anti-LGBTQ propaganda. He seemed to be, devoted to, the issues, devoted to his community, devoted to his church. He also ran his own business. So, like I said, there's really no reason to out this guy. Now, I can understand, if he was being, homophobic or, was living a hypocritical lifestyle. He honestly wasn't. This is something that they did in private. And honestly, it was no one's business. The Instagram account was privated. So it kind of makes me wonder, who the hell was following them on Instagram and then decided to post this? Well, I actually do have, an answer for you. Now, the person who penned this article outing Bubba as a trans woman, the name of this person is Craig Monger. Matter of fact, I have a picture of him. I'm going to post it up full screen so you all can get a great look at this guy. This guy is responsible for Bubba's death. Bubba didn't have to die. Bubba didn't have to commit suicide. And none of that, and I guarantee you, none of this would have ever happened if this article was never even written in the first place. There was no reason for this. The only other reason I can think is because this newspaper or blog site, I don't even want to even respect it by calling it a newspaper. This tabloid blog site thought it was so important to out this person as trans, even though it has absolutely nothing to do with his political career. The only reason they did it was to pretty much make him ashamed of who they really were. They purposely posted this to ruin Bubba's life, to ruin Bubba's reputation with his church, with his community, with his friends, with his family. Now, thankfully, Bubba's wife, supported them in their lifestyle, their transition or whatnot. Now, like I said, they said they weren't, medically transitioning, but at the same time, they've also made posts about, how to obtain hormones and whatnot. So we really don't know what the situation is going there. But I will tell you this: this is 100% completely uncalled for. They did this purposely to ruin their life. And if Bubba was planning for being reelected as mayor, I guess those dreams were quickly shattered and wiped away too. And that was the intention. Now, some people are saying, oh, well, they probably didn't intend for Bubba to commit suicide. Well, judging by how the climate is in this country, it really shouldn't be a surprise. I honestly think they did try to get Bubba to commit suicide, because you see that all over the place, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Facebook, no matter what social media site you're on, you always see the number 41%, or in some cases it's 42, I'm not sure. They wanted Bubba to be one of the statistics. And for those claiming, oh, well, Kwame, you have no evidence of this. There's no people out there saying that. Well, there was a case that happened almost, I think 13 or 14 years ago. You had this, I think it was a school board member by the name of Clint McCants, who made some very disturbing and disgusting comments about LGBTQ people committing suicide. And I think back then the percentage was a lot higher. It was around like 47 or 48% back then. And and that's just a conservative estimate. But I actually have a clip from that. I'm actually surprised I still have these clips. But I'm gonna play the comment that Clint McCann said about the LGBTQ community, and how even after so many years, these views are still held by people today.
His name is Clint McCants. He's the school board vice president for Midland School District in eastern Arkansas. That's the picture we had of him from his Facebook page. He set off a national uproar when some of his Facebook postings about bullied gay kids and suicide were made public. Now, before hearing from Mr. McCants, I want you to hear what he wrote. He was apparently ticked off about a nationwide call by activists last Wednesday to wear the color purple in support of gay kids. The words, as you might imagine, are pretty rough to take. Seriously, he wrote, they want me to wear purple because 5 queers committed suicide. The only way I'm wearing it for them is if they all commit suicide. I can't believe the people of this world have gotten this stupid. He went on to say, and what you see is his spelling, not ours, we're honoring the fact that they sinned and killed themselves because of their sin? Really, people? Some who read his posting challenged him on the Facebook page, and he responded to them with this. It pisses me off, though, that we make special Purple Fag Day for them. I like that fags can't procreate. I also enjoy that they often give each other AIDS and die. Then he wrote, I would disown my kids, they were gay. They will not be welcome at my home or in my vicinity. I will absolutely run them off. Of course, my kids will know better. My kids will have solid Christian beliefs. See, it infects everyone. So, Clint, you've written some really terrible things. You called gay kids who killed themselves because of bullying fags and queers. You wrote that you like to see gay people die. Do you really hate gay people that much that you like to see them die?
Anderson, I made some very ignorant comments. Did not realize just how ignorant they were. I've went back and looked over at the. I would never support suicide of any kids. I don't support bullying of any kids. I posted that on down further in my post that I hated it, for those kids, that they felt so hopeless.
But
that
you
was the only place they had to turn.
But as you know, in the writing, you sound like a bully yourself. calling
Yes,
kids
sir.
fags and queers. Those are the words of a bully.
Now, for those thinking, oh, this is only comments that a guy made almost 13 years ago, well, fast forward to 2023 and things really haven't changed much. Now, just recently, I think it was a couple months ago, I was on a transgender support page, and like always, you have a bunch of religious conservatives in the comment section, and this is what they had to say. 42% of trans people commit suicide. What did they expect? It's a lot higher than 42% now, which I fully support. Anything less than 100% is unacceptable. Agreed. Now, let's take a moment to look at this comment right here in the middle. Anything less than 100% is unacceptable. Now, at the time that I screenshotted this, 7 people liked it. It's a lot higher now. Now, for those that are having, mental health issues or, are currently breaking down or have an upset stomach, anything of the matter, I'm going to advise you to probably skip this portion of the video or probably not even finish it to the end because it gets a lot worse from here. Now I'm going to show you guys a meme. Now, for those that don't know, there's this meme going around called the was-were meme. Now, the was-were meme, there's at least, since I've been online, at least 27, maybe 28 variations of it. And they're all different, but they all feature the same exact picture, but drawn a certain way. Now, like I said, if you guys have seen this meme and if it, gives you bad thoughts or makes you feel a certain way, please don't watch the rest of this video. Just exit out right now. I'm gonna give you that opportunity because it is very, very gruesome and very disturbing. All right, so this is the meme right here. Now, the was-were meme, it features someone who's possibly gay or trans, and it's like a cartoon image of someone hanging from a noose with the trans flag and the LGBTQ flag posted on the wall. Like I said, there's many different variations of it. Some of them don't feature the flag. Some people don't feature, the rope or the noose. And some of them do. So we all know what their intention is here. And like I said before, with the other guy's comments, anything less than 100% is unacceptable. That's their goal. That's their plan. Like I said, you can't get any more disgusting than that. But, this is the reality that a lot of trans people living in the United States are having to deal with. And I honestly really do feel sorry for Bubba because, they have to live there who knows how long, decades, hiding who they truly were. And then you finally marry someone that, accepts you for who you are. And then a bunch of people from within your own party just stab you right in the back. But this just goes to show you, and I know there's probably a few of them out there. Transgender conservatives, transgender Republicans, just because you have an R in front of your name and you wear a red MAGA hat, doesn't mean that you're safe. They want you dead too. Matt Walsh, Michael Knowles, Shia Rychick, they all want you dead. They want you wiped off of the world. Completely non-existent. There's no reasoning with these people. There's no coming together with these people. There's no workshop. There's no sitting down the campfire singing Kumbaya. They want you dead. They want you dead. Just look at what they did to Bubba. Bubba became a statistic, and now they want you to become a statistic. This is what they want. And I'm sorry if I'm like blowing a gasket right here, but this didn't have to happen. This was a beloved mayor, a beloved pastor who invested so much time taking care of the people that he loved. And those same people stabbed him in the back. And don't think that it won't happen to you. To all the Caitlyn Jenners out there and the Blair Whites out there, guess what? You're next. Don't think that because you spend so much time simping for these people that they're somehow going to just give you a pass. They're not. You're on their shit list too. They're just waiting for you to become another statistic. And since we're outing people, I'm deciding, you know what? Maybe it's my time to out the people who are responsible for running this blog site. It's about time I share with you guys who runs this 1819 blog. You have the president and CEO, Brian Dawson, the editor-in-chief, Jeff Poole, the managing editor, Trent Baker, editor-at-large, Erica Thomas. And then you have the guy that wrote the article, Craig Monger. So keep this guy's picture and name in your head. This is the guy that's responsible for Bubba's death. You have Will Blakely, another reporter. Caleb Taylor, assistant editor. Daniel Taylor, a reporter and the evening editor. Chris Sunderland, Alabama sports beat reporter. Daniel Locke. Alan Keller. K. Carl Smith. Jennifer Oliver O'Connor. Bishop Jim Lowe. Scott Beeson, Allison Sinclair, Amy Beth Shaver, Andrea Tice, Parker Snyder, Ashley Carter, and Abigail Crow. Now, I think this is the entire staff of the 1819 blog. A lot of you have blood on your hands, and you're going to have to answer to whatever God that you pray to and explain to him why you got this guy to commit suicide. Why your hatred for trans people was so strong that you had to go completely out of your way to try and ruin this man's life. Absolutely sick. To, the friends and family of, Bubba Copeland, I just want to send you all my condolences. Rest in peace to Bubba Copeland, because, it's really sad that, you had to live your entire life having to hide from people who you thought were your friends, and those same people end up stabbing you in the back. You see, that's the one thing about betrayal, is that it never comes from your enemies. It always comes from people that you think are your friends. And, like I said, a beloved mayor, a beloved pastor, someone that was universally liked by everyone, until this blog decided to out his personal life all over the internet. And I apologize for saying him, but this whole article has it confusing. The article I have says their pronouns are he, him. Then they went online as their online persona, Brittany, as she, her. So, like I said, I apologize if I end up misgendering them. That's not my intention. I'm just going by what the article says. But either way, this was a death that didn't have to happen. And like I said, this just goes to show you how depraved religious conservatives are. There's a situation going on even right here in my state where the governor, Phil Murphy, says that if a student identifies as trans or, wants to be called by different pronouns or a different name, the school should not have to tell the parents. Now, a lot of conservative activists are going around saying, oh, well, we should have the right to know and the school should tell us if my child is transgender or uses different pronouns. And this whole article right here with Bubba Copeland, this is what they want to happen. They know for a fact that they can't get away with harming their own kids. So what do they have to do? They have to out their kids and hope and pray that those children harm themselves. That's the reality that religious conservatives want in the United States. That's the reality that they want all over the place. And thankfully, Governor Murphy is putting his foot down saying, you're not going to do that. You're not going to turn any more children into another statistic. And I stand behind Governor Murphy 100% on that one. And like I said, it's a shame that, certain states don't have these protections for transgender people. And like I said, this wasn't even a kid. This was an adult, a grown adult. And they weren't even spared from being another statistic. And I seriously doubt this will be the last time we ever hear about something like this. But that's pretty much all I have to say about this. Like I said, a very sad story. Rest in peace, Bubba Copeland. The services that you provided to your community won't be forgotten. Alright, you guys, that's pretty much it. You guys stay safe, stay metal, hail Satan, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.